Public Outcry. Standing out, standing strong.
Good day. This is Public Outcry. This is the show where we raise our voices on the issues that matters. Right here on Rulers World Television, Ibadan. I'm your host, Bolariwa Ololade, and today we have a lot to talk about on the show today. But firstly, we'll be looking at Regina Daniels' alleged domestic violence, a marriage with Senator Ned Nwoko. And secondly, the one we'll be putting our weight on is the Minister of Education that says no funds to fly Nigerian maths genius to international competition. And thirdly, today make it 50 years after enters. And today Nigerians were reflecting on unfulfilled promises and unhealed wounds. We'll be talking about all of this right here on Rulers World Television. Do not go anywhere.
Public Outcry. Standing out, standing strong.
All right, so let's begin with a story that actually made a serious wave, during the weekend. The popular Senator Ned Nwoko and his wife, Nollywood star Regina Daniel. Once again, social media is on fire with mixed opinions about their marriages, after Regina's recent post sparked yet another round of criticism and debate. Now we've seen, past, post of Regina Daniel saying, oh, it is better to cry in a Lamborghini than cry under the sun. And now she came out, a few days ago and says she's suffering domestic violence from Ned. I mean, this is quite sad. Seeing young women go through this in marriage, because this is a girl that's meant to be to still be in school. She's just 22. That's meant to be still be in school. That's meant to still be, get taken care of by the parents. I mean, allegedly, we have people saying, "Oh, it was Regina's mom that sold her into the marriage," which is quite sad. Which is really sad, really sad. I mean, we've seen a lot, and she coming out to complain, and there are some posts about her. She said, "Oh, she's trying to say it indirectly on her post. She's facing what's it called, domestic violence. I mean, it is not that she came out, that people are actually putting A to A together and B to B together. Now, I don't know what to say about this, because to be honest, husband and wife, but the thing is, what people are saying is, it is not so late for Regina to actually leave the marriage, because if she's facing domestic violence, and one thing I'm going to say about domestic violence is, if someone abuses you today, to be honest, it is never going to stop. It will not stop today. It will not stop tomorrow. It will not stop never. But then people are saying she's never going to leave, because some people are saying she married for the money. Some people are saying she married for influence. Some people are saying she married for power. I mean, all of these things together, it is really, sparkling outrage and all of those things. That is she going to leave after, coming out about the whole scenario that happened during the week? And to be honest, before we are actually going to blame Regina, let us. I don't even think we should be dragging Regina, because this is a very young girl. This is a very young girl. And to be honest, to me, today I'm going to drag the system. I'm going to drag the system that limits women opportunities and leave them to make hard choices. Because this is someone that is meant to still be in school. This is someone that is meant to be. This is her early years. Like, she's meant to put all of this in her career and all of those things. But then allegedly, we add that the mom sold her into the marriage because of money, influence, and all of those things. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that on this issue. Now, let's move to Minister of Education saying there's no fund. I mean, this is quite funny, that there is no fund to fly Nigerian maths genius. I mean, a young Nigerian mathematics prodigy selected to represent the country in an international competition abroad couldn't travel because, according to the Minister of Education, there was no money for his flight. Just imagine. A country that finds money for official cars, for foreign travels, for foreign trips, for cars, for parties, for things that are even irrelevant. And now for a child that worked hard to bring pride to Nigeria. This is really disheartening, honestly. This is the same government that keeps preaching about investing in youth and education. So who are the youth and the education that they are talking about? When they're saying there's no fund there's no fund for someone that wants to go for a competition that will bring pride to our own country. I mean, This is quite disheartening, to be honest. And once again, one thing that I'm so happy about is Nigeria really shows, the real meaning of unity. People online, started raising funds for the boy. That shows that even if the system fails us, we people, we Nigerians, we still have art. We still know what is called, regardless of what's it called, the Hausa, Igbo, and all of those things are on the internet. We still know what is called unity. We still know that, and I'm so happy. And I'm so happy about that. And to be honest, it shouldn't always be and to be honest, let's even think about it. This shouldn't always be the public bailing out on the government. I mean, supporting education should be a national responsibility and not a social media campaign. That is it on that. Because we say there's no money for children. Yeah, are you not disappointing that child? Are you not disappointing other children? And if not just only on the government, they are disappointing the whole nation. And I really hope they do something about it. I really hope they do something about it, because this is going to kill so many up in Nigeria. Because we have so many talented, genius children out there. They just need the government's help. And no government should deny their citizens of that. And I really hope this gets to the right authority, and they see this and they make amendments. Because this is not a story this is a very sad story to tell about. And finally, it's been 5 years since the historic End SARS protest, a movement that gave Nigerian youths a voice and shook the nation to its core. In October 2020, young Nigerians across the world stood together to demand an end to police brutality. They weren't violent. They were simply asking to live without fear in our own country. But we all remember how it ended: the Lekki toll gate, the gunshots, the silence, the pain, the blood, the death. 5 years later, what has changed? I mean, have the promises, as if be kept? Are Nigerian youth, are we still safe today that we are in 2025? I mean, sadly, no, because there are still police brutality out there. I mean, they might say, oh, they've cancelled SARS and all of those things. We still see cases of police harassment and abuse still continue till date, till right now, till tomorrow. I don't know when it is going to stop. I mean, so justice for the victims remain uncertain. And I really pray that all the souls that died that day, I really pray they've soul rest in perfect peace. But one thing remains true: enter stay in the mindset of generation. It taught young people that our voices matters. I mean, the spirit of courage and unity still lives on within us, whether in the activism, in journalism, or simply in the courage to speak the truth. Because if there's one thing 2022 taught us, it is that silence is never the answer. Silence is never the answer. So today we've looked at three different stories: love and judgment, neglect and talent, courage and memory. Different stories, but one message is Nigeria can do better. We can do better. And we pray that our voices get to the people that matters, so that we can do something and fix this country, better and make it better. I'm your host, Olalade Bolarwe, and this has been Public Outcry. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed. Thank you for watching.